name was Anne Harmon, and she wrote this beautiful book on making hydrocels. So hydrocels are, you're extracting the liquid from the plant. It's a distillation method, and you can use actually a home stills. You can make these lovely home stills and make the best peppermint water and orange flower water and any plant that has high aromatic oils in it. So she has this beautiful hydrocel book. I'll leave it up here. You could check it out. I was just so excited when I met her today. And you could, so she uses a copper still, but I just use a big canning pot to distill hydrocels with. And just as a little quickie, this is something that you can make with hydrocels, or also you can just make them with essential oils. So if you want to make little spritzers, like say you're traveling with your children and it's really hot and sticky, and you just need something to cool down, you can make your own hydrocels and then just mist and spray people in the car. If everybody's anxious and nervous, you can, about traveling, you can make a lavender spritzer and just spray them with. You can buy these, they're sold everywhere, but they're quite expensive. They cost like 12 or 15 bucks for a little jar. You can make them for the price of water in a glass jar, and a little bit of essential oil. Very, very easy to make. When we were children traveling with our grandmother, Grandma Mary, she would always have a pot with water in it, right? And then she would always soak the cloths in water and put it on our foreheads to cool us down. So this is kind of a variation on that theme. Also, if you travel a lot, and you're in areas where there might be a lot of viruses, people are sick, or you're staying in hotels and you never know what's gone in that hotel before you walked in there, then I do travel a lot. I used to travel quite extensively, and I would always make my own little lavender spritzer, right? And I'd go in and I'd spritz all the, just spritz it around with the lavender. It made me feel good and it smelled good, and then I'd add a little bit of oil to my bath, and I was at home, right? Life was good. So I'm going to just show you quickly how to make a spritzer. Somewhere I think I have a spritzer lid. Yep, I do. So I had that water. Here we go. So there are two methods. One is making the hydrocels, and I can quickly explain to you, if you follow me, how to make your own made hydrocels using a canning pot, right? And so any plant that is, I'm sorry. So I can, I wondered why you were waving your ears at me. So any plant that is aromatic, so rosemary, sage, thyme, yarrow, peppermint, any plant, roses, any plant that is aromatic, you can use this technique for. So you get one of the blue speckled canning pots, or any canning pot that has a lid that is rounded, right? So it goes up like this. That's important. Okay. So you take that canning pot and you gather herbs, and you don't need it. Well, let's start. You take your canning pot, and in the center of the canning pot you put a brick, just a brick. And on the brick you put a bowl. There's several sizes. Yeah, this is good. You put a bowl, either this size or this size. This is a plastic one, so I would use my stainless steel. So you start with a canning pot and a brick and a bowl. Nobody should be mixed up yet, or you're going to take my brain tincture. Okay, now you go out and you collect your aromatic plant. Let's say we're using roses or peppermint, right? Okay, so you gather only enough to go to the level of the brick. So it's not a lot. It's really just maybe a bowl full. It goes up to the level of the brick. So you're not filling the pot, just to the level of the brick. And now you add cold water to cover the herbs. So everything is still just at the level of the brick. Now we take our lid and our canning lid, we turn it upside down. You can do this with regular water. Like if you're somewhere where it's bad water, you can distill your water. This is what this is. It's a homemade still. So I guess we could say it's a Thrivalist, right? Anyway, so you want to take that pot, the lid, and turn it upside down. So you have this kind of bowl. And now you need ice, so that would be the only thing that you might have to buy. So you turn your herb on, your water on, your heat on, and you get the water simmering, kind of boiling. And now you put the ice on the top of the lid, and the steam starts. It rises up to the top. It condenses on the ice. It comes down like that. It distills into your bowl. And really, literally, you should be able to get about at least 2 cups and sometimes up to a quart of really good hydrocel. The only it takes about 20 or 30 minutes. The only mistake you can make is being greedy and trying to get too much hydrocell. So if you cook it longer, you start to dilute. It goes from being rose hydrocell to water hydrocell. You know, it loses its property. So it's what I do is I stop and I test it. I just smell it or I take a little taste of it. And when it's the amount, you know, the quality that I want, I stop. I've learned to do that over the years after many times of turning my beautiful rose hydrocell into water because I was wanting too much. So you can usually get at least 2 cups, sometimes up to a quart. Now, once that hydrocell is done, it's distilled, right? So it lasts a long months, years. The hydrocells are distilled products, so they don't go bad. And you can use those hydrocells in cooking. You can use them as spritzers and sprays and cosmetics, as medicine, etc. So really fun to do.
So I didn't track. How long do you actually do that before it's complete?
Well, you know, I would say usually around 20 minutes I start checking, and it's usually between 20 and 30 minutes, and it's done.
Are you distilling all of the water that's in the?
No. What's happening is it's the steam. There'll still be water down there. It's like you're just letting. It's just the steam rising up, hits the top, drops down into my bowl. So it's not like I'm distilling all of it. If I tried to do that, it would definitely give me. I would have water in my bowl and not peppermint hydrocell or sage hydrocell or whatever. So it's a very fun thing to do, and it's really simple and easy. And anyway, like everything herbal. There are a few things that are not so easy, but like, you know, a lot of times, there's things that are hard too, but most of it's pretty fun. Yes, honey?
How much ice did you put on?
Yeah, so I usually have to change the ice at least once and sometimes twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I usually buy, you know, bags of the chopped up ice that I put on there. Yeah.
To be aware of new videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the Preparing for the Time of Trouble channel. For more free videos and downloadable audio podcasts, as well as handouts, go to www.preparingforthetimeoftrouble.com. Topic categories include recordings of live seminar presentations, country living, sustainable gardening, homestead remedies, how to be self-sufficient when the grid goes down, wild edible and medicinal plants, hydrotherapy, and end-time Bible prophecies. To take advantage of these free resources, go to preparingforthetimeoftrouble.com.